I'd like to show you how to colour in these Elizabeth Craft die flowers using Chameleon pens. Now these have been designed by Susan Tierney Coburn, and I just wanted to show you how easy they are to get these beautiful effects using Chameleon pens. So to begin with, I'm going to work on the Garden Notes Iris design first. And I'm going to show you how we get that lovely fuchsia and soft pink combination. So I've already cut out my pieces. And I'm going to use a scrap piece of card underneath. So to begin with colouring in the petals, I'm going to be using the fuchsia pen. Now if you were going to do all three stems of this, then you would need to cut 3 of each of the larger and 3 of each of the smaller petals. But I'm just going to be doing one flower just to illustrate for the time being. So I'm going to use the brush nib end of my fuchsia pen and I'm going to fuse it for 15 seconds. Now when I colour, I'm going to start on the outside edge of my petal. And I'm not going to be too worried about getting a smooth blend because I want that sort of variegated effect to come through. And then I'm going to colour down halfway into the centre. And again, I'm going to repeat the process again on the other side for 15 seconds. Now you can see I'm actually arcing a little bit as I colour, and that actually just adds a little bit more dimension and depth to the petals. By not getting a smooth blend, you're actually getting an almost veining effect through the petals of the flower here. So I'm now going to repeat the process on the smaller petal, this time only fusing for 10 seconds. I'm now going to change over to the peony pink, but I'm not going to fuse it this time. I'm going to use it neat as it is. And I'm just going to colour over the top of my leaf, of my petal. And I will do this on all the petals. I'm also going to colour on the reverse side, so that if you wanted to create a 3D vase, you could actually do that because it won't have any white left on the image. So one final thing is I'm just going to go in and add some random dots now around each one, just to add a little bit more texture. And I'm using the bullet nib and I've not bothered to fuse for this. So that has now created my 2 petals. I'm now going to do the little stamen pieces in the middle. And I'm just going to use the mellow yellow. And again, I'm just going to colour them without fusing. So for our stem, I'm going to take the grass green pen. I'm actually going to chop a couple of bits off of this one because I only want one main stem because I've only done one flower. So I'm just going to go down one side of here with my dark green. And I'm going to repeat that process on my, my leaf stem as well. And then I'm going to take my spring meadow. And again, I'm going to flip it over and do the reverse side. So I haven't fused either of these pens whilst colouring. So now I need to shape them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Elizabeth Crafts Design Susan's Garden moulding pad. And I'm going to put my pieces on there, ready to shape. Now, before I do anything more, I'm just going to glue these two little pieces together. And then with my petals, just a little tip, I use Hawaiian coconut and palm oil soap just on the reverse side of the petals, because it helps the tools move smoothly over the paper. So I'm now going to take my tools from the Susan's Garden tool set, and you can see all the different tools here, and I'm going to be taking this petal or leaf shaping tool to begin with. I'm going to be using the larger end, and I'm going to work each of these petals so that they form some shape. You can also use the ball tool if you wish to smooth out some of those areas, and by pressing down on the ends you can curl the ends in, and then when I flip it over I just curl that in, and that's shaped ready. So again, repeat the process on the smaller ones. So these are now ready to stick together, so I just pop a little bit of glue in the middle. I'm now ready to curl my centre stamen. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue along the inside here, and that will hold it in place as I twirl it round. I'm using another tool here and just grabbing hold of the end and curling. And again, a blob of glue in the middle and pop that into place. So for my stem and my leaf, I'm going to use something slightly different. I'm going to use a leaf pad. So I'm going to place my two pieces on the leaf pad, and I'm going to be using this tool here, and I'm going to go down pressing, and that will give me my leaf, and then place my flower onto my stem. And that's how you can create the iris flower using Chameleon pens.